This is one of those rare moments where the guest actually knows what's happening.
Yeah, and he can freestyle.
And it's really good at it.
Ah, boy.
You gonna buy this?
Oh, no pressure on Wayne Brady.
Right, like there's no right?
No pressure. Let's go with it.
Mohair.
Suprema, Suprema roll call. Suprema, Suprema roll call. Suprema, Suprema roll call. Suprema, Suprema roll call.
Friend or foe?
Yeah.
Which is which?
Yeah.
Is Questlove?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to choke a bitch?
Roll call, Suprema, Suprema roll call.
Let me go again.
Suprema, Suprema roll call.
With regrets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah.
That corny rhyme scheme
Yeah.
was a hot mess.
Roll call, Suprema, Suprema roll call. Suprema, Suprema roll call.
My name is Fonte.
Yeah.
I'm with my bros.
Yeah.
Host Dave.
Yeah.
Dave host.
Roll call, Suprema, Suprema roll call.
Nice.
Suprema, Suprema roll call. My name's Sugar.
Yeah.
Just wait and see.
Yeah.
I'm the big prize.
Yeah.
Behind door number 3.
Roll call.
Suprema, Suprema roll call. Suprema, Suprema roll call.
I'm unpaid bill.
Yeah.
Let me explain.
Yeah.
Fuck the eclipse.
Yeah.
100% chance of Wayne.
Roll call. Nice. Suprema, Suprema roll call. Suprema, Suprema roll call.
My name is Wayne.
Yeah.
When it comes to improv,
Yeah.
this is the thing I do.
Yeah.
It's a great job.
Roll call. Suprema,
So let me go again.
roll call.
No.
Because y'all took all my good stuff.
Suprema roll call.
One and done.
Suprema, Suprema roll call. Suprema, Suprema roll call.
So wait a minute.
That was great.
You really thought you were gonna have to? You were trying to choke a bitch on your first one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but it was so nice that you guys all gave me little nods that I wanted to do something that kind of encapsulated everybody else. So,
Trust me, if you've heard
Oh God.
the amount of car crash fails that we've had, that was perfect.
Well, I'm honored. So thank you so much.
That was perfect.
Thank you very much.
I need a rerun on mine. I missed
No, you were good, man. You know,
You got me out of character by calling me Steve instead of
When?
Sugar. Just, I mean,
All right, so Steve. All right, so
Sugar.
Steve. All right,
thank you, Wayne.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I feel bad for disrespecting Sugar. He wants me to now refer to him to the nickname.
You're
to
always
which,
telling me to
to embrace your
brand, that
Embrace
thing.
your brand.
So here I am.
All right, well,
Embraced.
now in 2024,
Give me my flowers.
yes, some 15 years after I tried to kill you. You know how he got his nickname Sugar Steve?
Yeah, Wayne Brady knows how I got my my nickname.
A drug deal gone bad?
Pretty much.
Close.
No, he had moved to Philadelphia. Like Steve has been our long time engineer on like a lot of those records, Common and D'Angelo and all that stuff, back at Electric Ladies. So when
then Ahmir tried to kill me.
right when we left New York to come back to Philadelphia, and he was my engineer. Let's just say that Steve just quickly adapted to my very unhealthy eating lifestyle. Basically, soul
wasn't
food
too
in
healthy
the
to
day,
begin
soul
with.
food in the, and I inadvertently gave this man diabetes. So
So you got the sugar?
the sugar.
Yes.
10 toes down.
House of prayer. That's
And I got the itis.
Oh, no.
You got what?
I got the
We'll see.
Wait,
I got the sugars and the itis at this point. Yeah.
yes.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think you're allowed to say itis though. With the jury's out on that. Is he allowed to say itis?
Well, was he ever allowed to go to the cookout? Because if he's been to the cookout, then I guess he could say itis.
Well,
I
he's
hope he's never been.
engineered
about
one Erykah Badu. He's engineered 2 Erykah Badu records and 2 D'Angelo records. So I think he has a quasi
Well, we ate in the church is where we ate, not
right.
at the
But
barbecue
getting
somewhere.
invited to the barbecue is a whole nother thing. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, this is
Wait,
Questlove
I'm not invited
Supreme.
to the barbecue after all this time?
Yeah, but that's a term. When you get a pass to the barbecue, that means that
Oh, I
you
see.
you all right with
I
us.
guess if I don't know what that term means, then I don't deserve a pass at this
No.
point.
Yeah, dude, don't use it. You'll,
It seems
you'll
unanimous.
instantly know.
I get it.
All
The Black
gotta-
Council speaks.
Yo, I could tell already. Laia is really gonna miss the show. This is Questlove Supreme, and we are in person in New York. Shout out to everyone. This is rare for Laia to step out for cigarettes.
Yeah.
This time, you know, she'll be back in future episodes. But I will say that we tried to make this episode happen. I think maybe 8 years ago in 2016. I forget what happened, but something went awry at the last minute. But suffice to say, we're extremely glad that our special guest today, a multi-hyphen guest of ours, he is an Emmy Award-winning, 5-time Emmy Award-winning comedian, an actor, a singer, a host, a hell of a freestyler. I mean, a real artist, a real creative. And of course, also, I will say he is pretty much part of the production of one of the play in the movie that has meant so much to my childhood. He's playing I don't know, you're the title character.
I'm the titular Wiz.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you are indeed the Wiz. Let's also shout out Deborah Cox, and she's Glinda and Melody
supposed to be here.
Bates. Really? Oh, damn!
We did try to get her. We
from
did
downtown. There you go.
Nah, we did want Deborah Cox, man. That would have been awesome. But yeah,
Deborah, man, she's amazing. That cast is amazing. So shout out to them. Yeah.
All right, so let me say what your name is, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Wayne Brady.
Hey y'all.
Questlove Supreme. Okay, let me just say this much. I had one particular plan for this episode, but I ran across our Dave Matthews episode, which was one of my favorite ones. So I think, because the thing is, I do want to know his craft and his journey, but I feel like it's better suited that we just get to know him as a person. This is a rare opportunity because I feel like people don't know you as a person. Like they always, of course, say the same thing. Like, oh, it's such a talented, everything that you've done is amazing. People know that you're Steph Curry levels of just shoot it and it goes in. To me, I don't know. It seems effortless. Anything you do. I don't think. Is there any talent that you are struggling in
Can you
life?
juggle?
No, I can't juggle.
You
That's
make
one of those
beats, though.
things.
You making beats.
Yeah. Make beats. Yeah. Produce some, but
do you live by yes and like?
Yes, I try to.
Even if you can't do it, you'll say like, okay.
Oh yeah, one time on stage, many years ago, I think I was like 28. I was doing a show, and someone in a scene, I got challenged to do a backflip because it just came up, but it was so fast because you know how an improv scene can just go like off the rails. You're going blah blah blah. This thing happened. Someone says this, blah, 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 and then they're like, oh yeah, well you blah. And I said, watch this. Before I could, I was watch this. And I did a backflip, a very ugly, but I did a backflip off of the stage. And I landed it, the first and only time in my life. And that happened. I was like, oh shit. I did it. Yes, and. And I look at that whole thing for kind of a metaphor for life, how to just go through. You have to embrace things. Yes, and really is a way to get things done. Now, you can't yes and everything, mind you, but really trying to challenge yourself.
Okay, so you had a successful backflip.
Yeah, it will never be duplicated again.
Ready for the sound effect.
It will never be duplicated again.
I was like, stall the.
Oh, it was so
we
ugly.
have cameras here.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what would happen. No, you would not get ass over tea kettle. Will not happen right now. No.
I think that what was that feeling like? Because I'm actually envious. I dream of it.
You dream of backflipping?
It happened so fast that I didn't give my time. So the feeling was in real time. It was like, oh yeah, watch this. Because I'm still like that. If someone says, oh, I bet you can't, or can you, or yes, I spend my life in watch this mode. So at that second, I didn't even get the feeling until afterwards. I just did it and then went, oh, I could have died. But it was great. It was great.
Wow. Okay. All right. I like that answer. I'm going to go through. So basically, I'm going to ask you just a series of random questions.
Okay.
And if that causes us to rabbit hole further, then of course it's West.
Yeah, man, let's
Questlove
go.
Supreme, so we always do that. Number one, what famous person has your birthday?
There is someone. Hold on.
When's your birthday?
June 2nd.
You're a Gemini?
Yeah.
My grandma Elsie.
Not famous, but okay, there you go.
Shout out to Elsie.
She's got to be famous.
She's famous in her town, right?
She's
Yes,
famous
and-
to me.
Right.
All
All
right.
right. She
You're
grandma
a
Elsie.
Gemini?
Yeah.
That's
what.
kind of weird, man.
Why is that weird?
No,
Why
it's
is that
actually
weird?
very much on brand for me, because it's like the reason that I can do what I do and I'm on stage and camera, blah, 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 is because there's that part of me that is the machine that can get up and do that thing. And then as soon as I walk off stage, I will be happy to just blend into the background. I don't talk to anybody. So there's a reason why a lot of people don't know things about me, which I've started sharing in the past few years, but
Right.
I'm very much, hey, look over here. But then I quantumly don't want to be noticed, at a certain.
So you like
All
hide
the
in plain
wigs,
sight?
yeah. Pay no
You hide in
attention to
plain
the
sight
man down
sometimes?
there.
Oh, absolutely. I can turn it on and turn it off. I walk into a room, you can bring an energy that folks are like, oh shit, that's it. And then if I want to, I'll sit there in the corner, and you will never know. And I will sit there
Have you
and
ever
watch
hung
and
out with Wayne
observe.
Brady in a social setting?
I've seen Wayne Brady make entrances in rooms and literally, because some people know how to use and utilize their oomph or their
That thing.
yeah. But you're saying that you could also do the opposite.
Yes, absolutely.
But is turning it on, as you put it, do you consider that at the core of all the things you do? Like that skill of being able to turn on a room or to
Yes.
like make people happy, let's say, for lack of a
Yeah.
better word.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're most naturally gifted at?
That's a thing, because I think it goes back to childhood, like all of our things. I was always a shy kid. I had a very pronounced stutter at one point because of they call it what you now we'd call it social anxiety or stress or whatever. And so I never wanted to talk a lot. So I was very good at pulling my energy back so you didn't notice me. And I was very socially awkward. I'm still socially awkward if I just let myself really be, which is why I don't talk to people, because when I approach people that I'm an admirer of or a fan, I immediately have already played the conversation of me. I have to rehearse sometimes. And this is one of the first times I've ever talked about this. I have such anxiety and never wanting to go back to the kid that stutters and never want to be made fun of. So when I talk to somebody, a lot of time, I know exactly, hey, Quest, I'm a fan. I know such and such and such. Great. Now I'm going to go. I don't even want the conversation to go any further. Even if you said, Wayne, let's hang out.
You plan your exit already?
I'm already gone, because if I go, then I have not given you an opportunity to either go, fuck off, kid, or to want to talk to me more. Then I actually have to stand there and have a conversation with you and be vulnerable. So it's best for me to just dip out. So that's why I say, like, when I can turn that thing on, I know when I'm going on stage or in a room, I'm like, okay, tag Wayne, you're in. And that Wayne can go in and get the job done.
So, okay, I'll ask you. All right, this weekend, against my own will, I went to a karaoke party. Now, here's the thing.
That sounds like hell to me.
That sounds
Right,
like
and
you
that's
do
the
a
thing.
backflip?
All my friends were excited, but my friends don't make a living going on stage to perform.
Yep.
So I said to them, karaoke is only fun when I hear a car crash. Like if everyone sings like Biz Markie or Old Dirty Bastard, to me, karaoke's fun. But if I'm in a room with like 9 people and they're really trying to kill shit, like it's weird
Now
to me.
it's a talent show.
Right. Now, the thing was, it actually wound up being exactly that, but I wound up enjoying myself anyway.
Good.
Maybe I had an adult fruit chew. I don't know. But
Could be.
maybe.
maybe I had an adult fruit chew. But I was explaining on the way home because they were all worried about like my perception, like, all right, we know you hate these things, Ahmir, but did you have fun? Did you have fun? And I actually did have fun, but I was explaining to them that in doing my craft, it's easy for me to do it in front of like 1,000 to 5,000 to 16,000 people because it's impersonal.
Right.
But if I'm performing in a room with just like 10 people, I hate that. Like I freeze.
It's super exposed.
Yeah.
You are the most exposed because if you're doing something super intimate, then it's a microscope.
So do you hate press junkets?
Once again, I let the machine do it. You know, I let that part of me take over. I don't know anybody who enjoys press junkets, but I know that I can do them
Right.
and get through them and have the answers I need. And on top of it, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm being disingenuous. It's not that I don't like these things. It just causes me such stress to the point of palpitations that I have to
this day?
to this very day.
Oh, damn.
So I
Okay.
have to separate and let the me that can do that do it. And that guy, he'll talk all day. The press is he'll have an answer.
He's dope, yeah.
And he has fun doing it. He has fun doing it. This Wayne still can't have fun because I know what it's like to open your mouth and have this thought. Oh, I'm not talk. Oh, shit! I can't.
I used to be that person.
Like I know that thought process that guy and that's the thing that brings me that so over the course of my career I've learned, well, not even career, just life, I've learned to, hey, this is, you are going to be in this setting now, boop, okay, I'm there, and now you can leave. My daughter makes fun of me because she says, Wayne, you'd be friends with so many more people and celebrities and folks that you work with if you weren't so socially awkward and dipped out. I don't keep in touch with anybody.
So do you desire, okay, so, I have a life coach or whatever, a life coach or a therapist that's found a weakness in me, and that's being friends with people I don't work with. And so I'm being challenged by October to make friends with at least 5 males, this is very specific,
Yes.
to whom I aren't on payroll or work with. Now, 95% of the time, I'm hanging with the Roots,
Right.
Steve. Like I consider Steve one of my closest friends. I consider my DJ manager, Rue, one of my closest friends, but they're also on payroll. So it's like we're working together. But I do find that I'm very resistant to people that have nothing to do with my life. Like it's already bad. I got to remember 70 names of just managers and coworkers and that thing. So, but I'm being challenged to find 5 people that have nothing to do with my life that I trust, and I'm struggling like a motherfucker.
But it's hard. How can you, if you can do that, no, not if, because I'm going to give it to you that you're going to be able to do it, but I can appreciate how that can be hard because much like in dating, even friendships are relationships, right? So if things are if those relationships are done with a common bond, I think it's hard for those of us in a certain profession you're going to talk to somebody else unless that person is a certain type of person, personality-wise. What do you have in common? What do you have? And that makes it hard, especially if you are known, because then you have to ask yourself, well, is that person being genuine in this interaction right now?
Right.
And so that is hard.
But I'm okay. So there's one thing that and this is going to be the weirdest example I'm going to give of me breaking that wall down. So I'm working on a project right now that's basically requiring me to watch a lot of Norm Macdonald's material. And I've never seen a comedian embrace failure the way that Norman Macdonald was. And he revealed on one of these podcasts that he was on, they asked him about, those roasts that they do on Comedy Central. So one time for Cloris Leachman, Norm Macdonald did probably one of the greatest displays of a roast to Cloris Leachman, which was basically he decided he was going to eat it. You know, because every comedian comes there like, all right, I got to make a splash. I got to win. I got to make sure that, you know, people are going to social media clip. Like, everyone's thinking that. And he decided not only am I going to tank this set, but he's going to tank in a way that doesn't offer a wink. Like, you know, a guy like Will Ferrell will purposely do something fucked up, but it comes with the wink like, I'm doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
Calculated.
you know that I'm good, but this is kitsch. Nah, like for 20 minutes, everything that Norm Macdonald did was from this joke book of 1940, but like really corny jokes. Hey, Cloris Leachman, you're like a bumblebee in August. Yeah, because you're wearing yellow. And the way that the audience, you know, like there have been a few times where I'll see like someone who's a masterful performer. Okay, let me just let it out. Like, I was in the audience that night. I don't know if you remember. You remember when Michael Jackson joined NSYNC on?
Yes, of course. And then Justin tried to outspin him or something.
Right, but no, that was there was two performances. There was Michael and NSYNC at Madison Square Garden for his thing when they did Dance Machine together. But not many people remember. And the only one who talked about this was Jamie Foxx on I Might Need Security, which was Michael Jackson guested on NSYNC performed Pop at the MTV Awards. That was like their new single. And at the end, it was like one of them things where the lights went out and then suddenly like Michael Jackson was at the top of the thing and came down. You know, it's Michael Jackson. Like, you know, you're about to have your mind blown. And that was the first time I saw like the ideal of Michael Jackson where, you know, the spins were slow.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
And it was, I was like, oh, wow. Like, I always wondered if there ever come a day, and he was 41. I was like, will there ever come a day where, you know, the Michael Jackson I'm seeing, will he ever? And I got to see that moment. So it scared me a little bit. I'm going to bring the train back out the rabbit hole. I forgot why I
Good story.
landed. No, but there's a reason why.
No, because there's Norm.
Oh, so Norm, yes, exactly. Thank you very much.
Train wreck.
So Norm,
No, I
so
mean-
basically Norm Macdonald,
That's not-
like people were in the audience laughing, but the look on their face was sort of like, oh, he's not funny anymore. Like, and he just for 20 minutes told the driest jokes without letting us know that he was doing it on purpose. And it wasn't until after he died when, you know, everyone's like getting together and watching old performances on YouTube, whatever. And Spade, like, no, you guys don't realize it. Like, he purposely, and when you watch it under that thing, so watching Norm Macdonald fail like that in a daredevil way almost gave me inspiration to like, okay, anything that's awkward, I'm just, like Tracy Morgan has that, but almost in a provocateur way. Like, he'll say something uncomfortable and just live in it, knowing that it's awkward. But I think this year I've gotten over my, well, people talk shit about me, that sort of thing. And I'm like kind of enjoying doing things that previously would have scared me.
I love to hear that. That's what I've started to do too. In the past few years, I still have that fear and that awkwardness, and my awkwardness is so weird because I will, like, I've known Bill for years now, but I don't call Bill all the time. I could call Bill. I could call Lynn. I could call any of our friends, but I have this story in my head. I was like, no, he's probably busy.
I don't wanna bother him.
Why would? No, I don't want to bother anybody. I don't do that. So everybody's like, no, Wayne doesn't talk to anybody. And then so the person that wants to be left alone really then goes, but why doesn't anybody invite me to a party? Oh, I want to go to a Questlove party. I want to go to see if he's a. But then it was like, oh no, I don't want to. So I decided to try to stop that a couple years ago.
Damn.
So I was like, I'm not going to do it anymore. So that's why I've got a docuseries that's on Hulu and Freeform starting, I think, in June or July, based on my family. And like, it's the first time that I let people really into my life. And that's why, like, they see backstage. They see my blended family. You know, they see every facet of my life because I wanted to do something super uncomfortable. I'm like, the most uncomfortable thing for me is to let people see me, but on stage, I don't mind embracing failure. I love that because that's part of the yes and. I love to suck on stage and then flip it and turn it around and do. I'm a daredevil on stage. In life is where I'm very much, I'm going to play this safe. I'm going to put it. So I've been trying to do that myself, and I found that in doing that, it's made me an even better actor, a better improviser, and to be able to take more chances, which I thought I was taking chances before. Now, I just don't care. Now, I really have reached a place where, let's go. I don't care. I'll do this thing. I don't care. Because as long as I do it and I feel good, that's what matters.
All right. What is your morning routine? Like the first 20 to 25 minutes. Do you have a morning routine?
Easy.
What is it?
I get up and I make my bed first thing.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Make my bed first thing.
I hate that.
Why?
Because you start with success. You complete. Well, for my read,
I feel like I just woke up.
So
That's
psychologically, that's important to do.
Absolutely. And for
so
me, at the end of the day, I like coming back.
You wanna
a
come
room
home
that's
to-
made. You know what I mean? That does wonders.
Does that come from somewhere? Like as a kid, did you have to make your bed? Was that because I had to make my bed as a kid, but for whatever reason, as an adult, I find it to be.
Yeah, I had to clean
Maybe
my
it's the
room as a
lazy-ass
kid.
adult.
But yeah, well, like when I get up, like when I'm out of bed, my first thing is me and my wife, we make the bed. Like that's just
Throw pillows and everything.
The whole nine,
Yeah.
smooth it because you set. I make my bed for two reasons. One, you set an intention, and I learned that in therapy years ago about if you, the first place that you have to start is your bed, because then when you pull outwards, if your bed, if your room, if your closet, if your bathroom, if your house, so is your house, is your life. So if your house is messy,
Oh, no.
then
You better
That's
clean
what
your
I-
room
Yes,
and get
dude.
5 friends real fast.
That's what I learned. Plus, my dad, I come from a military household.
Oh,
so
no.
it was also, not like in a Great Santini way, but like in a, hey, make your bed. That's how because that's what you do. You make your bed and you leave your space clean so that, like you, I can come home at the end of a day and I don't worry about it. I know that I am in a weird place or I've spiraled if I come home to a mess, because I'm so.
That's how you know, yeah.
I'm so clean. I'm so clean.
What do you do next?
Making beds first.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta.
Well, I mean, not before the first couple cigarettes. Then you make the bed.
Yeah.
Do you smoke in bed?
No,
Oh,
no.
please.
I'm not
Okay, I was gonna
heathen.
say that's.
He
Yeah, like,
smokes in
don't
the
do that.
shower.
Damn.
That's actually
man.
a cool movie scene.
Now that you say that, when I do, I mean, I hate to say that even at this age, my crib, like if left alone, my crib, like my room would look like a frat house. Hit it. And I mean, I'm not holding shame back. Yes, I don't have time to do household chores, so every other day I'll have a housekeeper in the crib. But
Yeah.
I do loathe getting home and seeing that sloppy bed that I didn't make. That's my lowest point of life, when I get home on those 2 days that I don't make my bed, and I just walk into my pajamas on the floor.
See?
Because it takes away from the things that you did accomplish throughout the day. It takes you.
Yes,
away
because
from
it's a small task. Because if you look at the bed as a win, right? So like we want to start the day off with a win. If the world kicks me in the nuts when I leave the house,
Made my
at
bed.
least I came back. Look at my bed. That bed is so and I folded it. I tucked the edge there, and then I've got the military thing I can bounce a coin. I've got the throw pillows,
ready for
and then I
inspection.
fold a blanket, and then I leave it on the edge. Like sometimes, come on, man, I
Wait,
love that.
I got a confession. I'm so lazy with making up the bed that I don't even sleep. You know, like
You
you're
don't
supposed
sleep
to
on
pull
that
the
side.
covers back.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Yes.
like you're supposed to pull the covers back and get in the bed, and then like burrito yourself under the covers. You know what I mean? I've spent so much time like crashing in the front lounge of the tour bus, or crashing in the back lounge of the tour bus, or so. I'm not a must be in bed type person. Like where I lay my hat is my home, is where I sleep. But even though I'll sleep in my bed, I mostly sleep on my bed, and will just grab my rotation. I have like a rotation of 10 of those like blankets that I love.
So you don't have to make the bed really because you just pulled that on top.
But
of
it's still junky because look at me. Of course, if I turn once, like that bed, and even in that, like my bed looks like half made, so that's even worse. Like it's basically 6-year-old version of Ahmir's like of a made bed. So,
but it's a win. Like that's the only reason that sticks in my head. That's a win.
So do you do anything after you make the bed, or is that the end? That's what you just
I make
chill
the bed
for,
and I
chill
go back
for 6
to bed.
hours after that?
I make the bed and then I brush my teeth. I call Mandy, my ex-wife / my business partner. I call her. We catch up for the day. We have projects down the pipeline. I check in with my daughter because she goes to LMU, so I try to catch her before she leaves.
Oh, LMU.
Leaves for school, and we get coffee.
Okay.
We hang out, and then it's whatever craziness comes from the rest of the day. But I have to start my day off that way to give myself some sort of a routine because I need a routine. The way my mind works, if you leave me off the leash and I don't have a routine, I'll get up, I'll play video games till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If I don't have work or meetings, I will drink my my Sprite or lemonade right out the bottle because I live by myself. I'll be in my underwear. I'll play my Xbox until 2. I'll get on the phone. I'll basically be the 16-year-old version of myself. If he had an apartment or house
and
a job and money,
even as
yeah, right.
And even as a success, do you still get on yourself if you're not get up and go
daily? When I tell you,
so how hard is it to take vacations and not do nothing?
Can I tell you something? And I'll share this with all my brothers here. I'm so excited when I finish my run of The Wiz. I think I'm out of the show maybe June 10th. So y'all got to get your tickets to catch me. June 10th, and then knock on wood and all this. I hope to be here for the Tonys. Then I'm gonna take the first trip. Now I'm 51 years old. I've never, and I repeat, I've never, because there was a point in my life when I went places with my grandmother, but those are family trips. And then when I was old enough to start working, then I'm working and hustling. And then when you get someplace, then I'm hustling and still going. I've never taken a trip in my life just for fun. I've never gone. So when we finish
We're
this,
the same person.
I'm leaving.
Wayne, that's a problem.
I'm taking my trip I'm taking an eat, love, pray trip.
Julie Roberts.
I'm going to do it.
Do you know your destinations yet?
I've got a couple. I think I may want to go to. I want to go to Thailand or Bangkok, or I want to see Costa Rica. So it depends on one of those, or Tokyo, because I want to go to one of the Disneylands.
All right, I got a hookup for you in Tokyo. Because,
Okay.
There's a person like I'm maybe I've taken 4 forced vacations in my entire lifetime.
Wow.
Well, because the thing again, if you are in a band and you're on the road 200 days out the year, like traveling is not my thing because that's all I do.
Right. It's work.
Yeah, like not doing anything and just laying around being lazy in the house. Like I just got used to that maybe a year and a half ago. But when we first joined Fallon, everybody was like planning vacations, and I felt all bad. And I was like, well, all right, I want to do something special. Oh, I know, I'll be a hobo. So then I got a train ticket from Pittsburgh and traveled all the way across to San Francisco, like by train.
By yourself?
By myself, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Now, those 4 trips, were they by yourself or with a significant other or family?
The first time was by myself, and then I befriended Shep Gordon, who is the guy that, like, you want to know, the most connected guy. Like, he was a rock star manager. Luther Vandross, Rick James, Alice Cooper, Ann Murray, like, everybody. He kind of is your portal to, like, if you're the guy that's an overworker and doesn't prioritize life, he's the guy you want to know, and he'll force you to take a vacation. So he has like an open door policy in Hawaii. So the other 3 times I've been there.
Well, I
and
wish
I've been
I-
there with like my girls that I was dating back then. Whatever.
Man,
But-
that's the thing is I've never taken a trip, so I'm going to take this trip by myself because I'm single. So I'm like, I'm going to go by myself. I want to find myself. It's never too late in life. And I've kind of adopted this mantra of, look, man, if you kill it on stage, and I've made some money, and I've been in this for a long ass time now, before I leave this earth, I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. I think that my thing is I have not allowed myself to enjoy anything,
to take joy in.
to take joy in,
Right.
which is that dual blessing of, and then we all have that thing of you can bring joy to people, and not to sound like the sad clown shit, but you bring joy to people. That's been my joy. I'm like, oh, good. That audience liked that. Great, I'm good. Or I took care of my family. Y'all are straight, good. If I go to the karaoke party, I want to make sure that everybody at the karaoke party is cool, and I'm just going to sit back here because if you guys are cool, but I have no joy in any of those things that have happened.
Oh, you're not expected to sing at any karaoke party?
Come on up. I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Because I don't want to look like an asshole. Because I don't want to.
That's a good reason, though.
Oh,
Because
you don't
we-
want to flex that you're.
Because we do it for real. As soon as you get up there and do it, then it's like,
It's like chefs
yeah.
that cook at home. You don't want to cook
I see. All right. Oh no, I'm definitely. If you didn't plan it yet, I got people who have done solo trips, and they're the best planners ever.
Wayne,
Done, please
you're gonna
help.
love vacations. In the hotels, they make the bed for you. You don't even have to do that in the morning.
would you believe me if I have stopped a maid from making my bed? Because
Let me do it!
Because I think I can do it better. I'm like, I can make my bed better than you.
I'm stuck with people that want to clean the house first before the person comes in to clean it or clean the hotel room.
Yo, that's
Those people
real.
irk me, man.
That's me. Yeah,
Sorry.
Wait, you what?
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I think it's just a part of like, y'all ain't about to see me living like this. It's a pride thing, you know what I'm saying?
a pride
It's the same
thing.
thing. Like when I go to the dentist, like the day before I go
you
to
brush
the
your teeth?
What? My floss game? Water pick?
Go to
all
another
that shit.
dentist to get the cleaning so
Yeah,
that
it
your
is.
primary dentist.
It's like, yo, you been killing it. Like you.
That's a good idea. Double dentist. I like that.
Yeah, that's me. I can't
Things
front.
I find
Cleaning
out.
on a cleaning. I like it.
What time do you go to sleep? Like, how many hours do you get? And what time is your go to sleep time?
If I'm on my game and my mental health is on point, then back in LA, I try to be in bed now by like 10:30 so that I can get up at 6. I had to train myself because I've got to feed my dogs and I was taking my daughter to school and I never got out of the habit of when I was taking her to high school. So I was up at 6 promptly.
Okay.
Now I have a hard time. I really don't go to sleep maybe until 1:30,
Wow.
and then I get up at 6.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tariq warned me about that and said, because, I think this is the thing, like, once you get out of high school, you think that part of your life is over. Like, I mean, now I live a life where I'm always on the first flight, so I am waking up at 4 in the
Yes.
morning. But, Tariq's like, you think you're done the routine of the dread of school, but he's like, when you become a parent, it becomes worse because you got to be up before they're up and prepare stuff for them and make sure they get dressed.
And don't make
then-
them late. And don't make them late. That's
Then
the
you're a shitty parent.
yeah. Then
Yeah.
you're a shitty parent
you
who
want-
hasn't made their bed.
Yeah.
So you suck all the way around.
All right. So speaking of time, like what time? So Quincy Jones explained this whole idea of alpha time to us.
Alpha State.
Alpha state. There's
yeah,
there's
the
5
alpha
states
state,
that
yeah.
your brain's in: alpha, beta, gamma, theta,
Delta.
and and delta. Yes, those. Yes, actually, you were being sarcastic, but
No.
the answer
it's-
was
I'm assuming it's alpha, beta, delta, something,
Gamma, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
One
is.
more.
so.
Nice job, sugar.
I'm
For
trying
you-
my hardest.
Brain
you know,
trust
like,
here. It's like, holy shit. All right.
let me check
At
my
what,
computer
at what
sheet.
time? At what time do you feel like is your most creative moment?
Right as I'm going to sleep. It's right as I'm going to sleep. So many things have come to me in my sleep that I immediately get up and I have to write it down or I text the person that I'm doing the thing with. So those are the times. That's when I feel the most fruitful, is when I should be sleeping, but my mind is fueled by don't suck, don't fail, you'll go broke, your family will get thrown on the street, you'll be horrible. I'm
Oh, fight or
fueled by
flight
that.
tries to come in and
Fight or
scare
flight
you.
is with me all the damn time. So I wake up like, this idea will keep you in your house. This will be a good one.
That is crazy. Okay, that's dope. What is your go-to order at Starbucks?
A caramel oat milk latte with 4 pumps of caramel inside, caramel around the rim.
Oh wow.
You should probably get some caramel
Only
on there
one-
though, somewhere.
Oh, see, you're caramel, caramel.
Sugar,
I
yeah.
see sugar. You're from a different place than I am. So, needless to say, I don't like coffee, but I like sweet stuff. So,
Yo, we are the same person. I hate coffee, yo.
I've been
That's
saying
my
for
13-year-old,
years,
but
you
I'll
will not-
drown it for
Exact
sugar.
order.
I will drown it in sugar and everything else, because I do like that. Once again, ADHD is real. Like, I don't know for folks, I never believed in it, but
Right.
I understand now, and I'm on medication the whole nine. I get why coffee doesn't work on me. I get why sugar does. I get why those things and the mood things. So I'm trying to wean myself off of that. But I love Starbucks in the morning. And you will not believe me. You can ask my daughter, the one who calls me socially awkward. For years, I've said, I think that Ahmir and I would be friends.
Yeah.
Because
Dude,
everything
we're
that
gonna be
I've
BFFs.
read,
He's looking for
every
friends.
time
Yeah,
I
no, friends, right.
see you doing your thing, or an interview where you talk about the songs and the movies you said, I said, that's my but what the hell this year? So I'm just, but I'll never call you. So we'll
guys are perfect.
Wait, your kids know who the roots are and stuff?
Are you? My daughter's a musician, and I have
so
to
she knows what's up.
shout,
Okay.
shout out. Oh, she knows what's up for
Okay.
real.
Right.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Oh, well, thanks. No, I believe it too. I would normally avoid people from my same ilk
Okay.
because I always think that I bring the value down. Okay. So there was someone.
Self-deprecating. Yeah.
So there was someone that was sort of we were kind of in the similar bucket together. And on the critical angle, this person got panned in a way that was a little humiliating. You know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't a takedown article, but it's something that they were passionate about, and they got panned. And I knew about it. And as a person who always prioritized a record review or any review, a concert review, I wanted this person to not take it so serious. But I almost felt like I felt this person felt that I was judging them in terms of like,
Instead of encouraging them.
right, you saw me.
At my lowest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
saw me-
their thing. So they have an issue.
They had to like sort of rebrand themselves, and I think hanging with me was bad for the brand because
What world is hanging with you bad for the brand?
I mean,
That is hilarious.
But I also know there's a lot of that, like a lot of you is what I saw in that person. And now that you're saying this stuff, now I'm not taking it personal. I'm like, oh, they didn't want to hang because I just think it's a socially awkward thing or whatever. But now I'm desperate to gather the tribe together to let us all know, like, okay, we kind of need each other. Like, this is the longest I've gone without a movement. Like, even the myth of the Soulquarians. But there was a good 8-year period where
Nah, y'all
my
was banging.
yeah, my
y'all was going
daily
in.
interaction was with D'Angelo and Erica and Mos and Kweli and Dilla and even the outside circle like Tip and Dead Prez and Bilal and like we actually lived up to the myth of what people thought we were.
Wow.
The day that someone gave the marketing away, i.e. that Vibe magazine photo of all of us, that's the day it went to shit. And ever since then, I've never gone this long without like just somebody to bounce off of. Like, and I miss that level of camaraderie, you know. Like I like growing and, you know, I've done food stuff and books but
See, he's not a good friend. You should reconsider this whole thing. He doesn't stay in touch with people.
anyway,
does he.
7, what is your favorite junk food of all time?
Damn. My favorite junk food of all time, if you're talking candy, because I really don't eat candy, but if you're talking to candy, peanut M&Ms,
Yes.
specifically the peanut M&Ms, because I crack them open, I take off the top, and I take out the
And you
nut.
go through layers.
I take out the nut, and then I'll just throw away the chocolate sometimes.
Weirdo.
Whoa,
Like,
whoa. What?
Because I like how the peanut tastes
Dissecting.
with the chocolate. I like it's infused, but I don't like all of the chocolate that's on the
Oh,
thing.
some
So
of
I
the
like how it
chocolate
tastes.
is in
Wait,
the
Because
I
I
want to
just
see
don't
how
like
I want to see how influenced you are. Do you remember there was a commercial? There was a M&M's commercial, like maybe in the late '70s, in which this guy, it's like a magician guy, and he gets an M&M, and he takes it out, and it's another color, and then he breaks the M&M.
Oh, yeah.
and like, do you remember that commercial?
I absolutely remember what you're talking about.
So I think it's a waste to take M&Ms and just eat them straight.
Because there's so much there. It's a little gift.
So you
Yo,
I
dissect.
surprised myself.
A little gift.
Let me find out y'all eat Kit Kat sideways or some shit. Like, y'all eat,
Don't.
like,
Well,
how
a
do you-
Kit Kat now.
How do you do your Kit Kat? What's your Kit
A
Kat?
Kit Kat-
protocol?
You're like French kissing your
A
M&Ms.
Kit
and
Kat,
shit
you have
like
to
that.
break it open to get the layers.
I don't eat it. Like I do the chocolate first, and then once the cookie's left, then I eat the cookie.
Yes. Yeah. Like I take it aside, chocolate, and now I can eat the cookie. Because to just eat the whole thing,
You like those Japanese Kit Kats, like the lime
Oh,
green
yes.
looking joints.
I have a
Like-
collection of.
like wasabi Kit
the
Kat. or
Japanese
something.
junk food
horrible.
is amazing.
There's a spot in Brooklyn that I recommend. There's a Japanese kind of supermarket in Williamsburg that has like ghost pepper Kit Kats, green tea Kit Kats, strawberry Kit Kats, like all the Kit Kats that you will find in Tokyo. Ghost pepper. Oh, there's ghost pepper Tic Tacs, yo. It's crazy.
It's like, are you even meant to enjoy that? It's just like,
It's mostly for
It's the
torture.
challenge of surviving. My favorite thing is going on YouTube and looking up. Some people have done. You remember when that one potato chip that's allegedly supposed to put you like in the ground, like it's one ghost pepper chip, but you know people do the tasting challenge and then this is normal. This is not hot to me, and then 5 minutes later they're like writing their will out.
we did it during the pandemic. And when I say we, it wasn't me. It's Mandy's.
The whole chip.
I didn't do it. Mandy's the partner, Jason, he did it because we were bored. It was the friggin', we were locked in the house. He's like, oh, I love hot stuff. And I'm like, oh, you sure? Yeah. Oh. Fine. And then I saw that man devolve from into and milk and water and then crying and then the puking and the crying some more and then some more milk. I was like, yeah. So I'm very well acquainted with that shit.
Wait, what food is your hometown famous for?
I'm going to say that I don't know on this one because I was raised in Orlando, Florida. I'm from Orlando, so I don't think Orlando has a cultural
You was raised
identity
in
like
Orlando?
that. I was raised in Orlando.
What is it like to grow up in a
Disney.
kind of in a town where like everything's a amusement park?
Well, when I was coming up, it wasn't really that way yet. That so many things were focused around Disney because Orlando was a smaller town. But the first thing that folks didn't know is that Orlando has hoods, right? So you have the places where you think, oh, Disney, that are, if this is Disney, there's a ring and there's a place called Kissimmee, so you're either a redneck that you live out here or you're very wealthy, Windermere, Bay Hill, all these places where, once the basketball team came in and Disney engineers and folks with money. And then out here, you had my place, Tangelo Park and Carver Shores, basically any place that was named after a president or a citrus fruit.
Right.
It was all black. And so my experience growing up was very different from, I guess, someone that might be growing up there now because there was such a division of.
So you didn't have a fresh off the boat experience? Their version of Orlando?
No, because theirs was slightly after mine. So the strip malls started in like the late 80s, early 90s, I was already a teenager at that point. But when I watched Fresh Off the Boat, when he would go to the Florida Mall, that's where I used to go when I was, like 16. Okay. So it started to get better then. So I don't think that we really had a cultural food. Orlando's not known for anything, really. Its identity is kind of want.
Did you ever work at Disney or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I started off as a character because my whole dream was to be a kid of the kingdom, which was one of the singer-dancers that would sing and dance out in front of the castle. So my way in was I auditioned for the Disney Christmas parade, and I got cast as a toy soldier, and then I trained as a character. But that was merely so I could get in the park and audition as a singer and a dancer. So I did that for about 6 months. And a weird side note, Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband, Chris Judd, was my best friend. So we like back in the day, we danced together and the whole thing before he became a Janet dancer and became a successful choreographer. So I worked at Disney at that point, and then I finally got cast to do a show called Rap and Roll, where I was going to be the lead singer. It was like, this is it, and then I'm going to da-da-da. And then I came in on my day off because Chris didn't want to mess up his hair and put on a Tigger outfit. And long story made short, I got involved in someone accused Tigger of pinching their kid. I was like, I can't pinch your kid because I got on oven mitts and I got into it with this supervisor. So I think it was a whole thing. She tried to bully her way to the front of the line, and as Tigger, I was like, and she's like, I'm gonna Tigger, do you know who I am? I was like, nope, I don't know. Yo, I don't give a shit. So then she's like, we'll see, Tigger. We'll see. Cut to, I get called into the supervisor's office. Wayne, we've had a report that a child was pinched, that you pinched him and you stopped him from getting in line. I was like, that didn't happen. What happened was this other supervisor. I'm afraid that we're going to have to put you on leave. And you know that that's just code for as soon as you go on leave. And I was so pitiful. All I wanted was that one job in that Rap and Roll show. I said, but
holding the tears back.
But tell me something, please. If I go on leave and you do your investigation, will I still be able to start rehearsals on Monday? Oh no. Wow. No. So I lost out on that chance. So I did work at Disney, but then getting fired from there was a blessing.
Get fired from your dream job.
It was a blessing because then I got hired at Universal, and I did every show at Universal, the Beetlejuice Rock and Roll show and all this stuff, and that gave me enough money to head out of Orlando. Fast forward, years later when I got Whose Line, I was part of this Disney parade experience, and they fly you down. You know what they do. They do it big. It's amazing. The person who was assigned as my guide.
Did you get petty?
The person who was assigned as my guide when I got into the park. Hello, Wayne. It's name redacted because I don't want to embarrass her again because I've told the story before. She's like, Wayne, we're so proud of you. I went, and I turned to Mandy. I was like, Mandy, remember that story I told you about when I was 16? I'm petty as hell. Remember that story? This is the lady who had me fired. She's like, oh. I was like, yes. Oh, it's so great to be back.
Wow.
Lead us on. Show me the park.
Wow.
That's sweet.
Nice. I love it.
That's sweet. Revenge.
Yeah. I love that. That is so crazy. What show
Tigger's
are you?
Revenge.
Tigger's Revenge. Well, I was going to ask because for those that follow Succession on the pilot, Cousin Greg had to go through that where, kids are, and that's the thing I don't think about, like how kids can torment you when you're in those costumes and want to kick you and all those things.
The stories I have. Oy.
Really? So,
Oh, yeah.
you think that's just going to be the thing, like you're Mickey. So to be Mickey Mouse or something, like you got to have literally balls of steel.
Yeah, because you're being punched and kicked. And at least for me, I really enjoyed the job because for me, it was an opportunity to work on my improvisation. So I would come up with scenarios and talk to the other characters before we went out onto Main Street or wherever your set was and say, hey, so in this one, you find a tourist, and my job is I'm the Secret Service. So I'm going to protect her. Your job is you're trying to assassinate her. So we would spend the whole set acting these things out. And so I was using it for that. So I liked it, even though kids would pull on the PVC pipe tail, because the Tigger tail used to be strapped with a little belt around your back, and it's a PVC pipe, it's curved, and kids would go, oh, okay. And it was a dip. So kids would either jump in the dip and sit on it, and you can't see anything because your world is here. Your world is here. And so you can't see if a kid is like, take it. And you go, oh, and you fall back and you bust your ass. Or they take the tail and they crank it and they either break it. So sometimes to clear a path, occasionally, if they were grabbing onto me, I would reach back, boom, ow, excuse me, and just keep it moving.
Oh.
And just keep. Sometimes you'd have to do that. Not to hurt anybody, but just like, just move. Yeah.
Like the door stopped.
Ow.
Okay. What television show are you currently binging?
Currently, I'm binging The Gentleman on Netflix. Guy Ritchie's The
Is it
Gentleman.
like that? I gotta check it. I heard
good.
it's like that.
I like it.
Real good.
I'm nervous because
good.
I feel like if you got to put your name in the title,
It's better than the movie. And I like the movie, but it depends on if you like Guy Ritchie, because he has a thing, right?
Yeah.
So I like Guy Ritchie. It's written really well. The cast is awesome. It's great. I love it. So I'm binging that, and I just binged Invincible because I'm also a big animation nerd. That's my shit.
Invincible.
What?
Invincible on Amazon Prime.
What is it?
It's super violent. Like
It's based on, The Boys,
kinda,
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's still in that same world of these superheroes, but Invincible, his father is from another
He's
planet,
a Vitramite.
a Vitramite. He's like Superman. So think of
The
Superman.
most powerful man, like the most powerful dude.
And everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. He's also a member of this league, the Guardians of the Globe. Everybody loves him. He's the most powerful guy in the world, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, well, I don't want to spoil it. Well, it's not really a spoiler because when you look it up, the Vitramites, really their whole thing
plan is to take
is
over
domination. So he was sent there to Earth to take over. One Vitramite can take over the whole planet. So he impregnated a human, fell in love with her, and was waiting for their son, who now is a teenager and upon his 16th birthday. So dad's just like, do you have powers yet? Do you have powers? Do you have powers? Do you have powers? And the powers happen. He's like, you've got powers. So you think it's a coming of age story of this boy, Mark, who is coming into his own greatest American hero style. Oh, I can't fly, wobbly everything. And then it turns into, great son, you've got your powers. Time
Let's
to
kill all these motherfuckers.
kill everybody. He runs ragged through the Guardians of the
Is
Globe.
this Marvel
kills
or-
Image. Right?
Animated or is it?
Yeah, it's anime. Yeah, it's like
Based
yeah.
on the
comic book, right?
graphic novel, the comic.
And
It's
what
amazing.
streaming service is?
It's on Amazon.
Amazon Prime Video.
Prime, yeah.
It's amazing.
Nah.
Stream
is
that.
hard. Invincible is hard.
All right. What other non-musical jobs have you had in your life?
Well, I haven't had a lot, but they were formative. I worked at a place called KB Toy Stores. I don't know.
Toys.
I worked at KB.
I worked at KB.
A friend of mine from high school named Kenny, shout out to Kenny, got me the job there. It was right after high school, and I was working at Disney part-time, but it was right after high school, and my mom made me get a civilian job because she didn't believe in the acting thing, and I'd already turned down a few scholarships to a bunch of schools and the opportunity to audition for like the Yale School of Drama and a bunch of other stuff because I said, no, I just want to do this, and I was hard-headed. I hated school. I said, I want to do this. I got great grades. Buy them out. She said, and my folks are from the U.S. Virgin Islands, so island folk. She was like, if she didn't,
What island? St. Thomas?
from St. Thomas and St. Croix.
Damn, I used to live in Frenchman's Reef.
Oh,
Long ago.
Yeah, I got family there. there.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, well, then you get a job. Well, then you're going to take your ass and get a job, and then you're going to go to school part-time until something happened. So I said, okay, fine. I worked at KB Toy Store because there was also, I forget, that's when the Nintendo first came out. So I was like, all right, I'll work there. Kenny got me the job. I'll work there and I'll get the discount and maybe I can do it. But there was a buddy of mine who I have to admit for 10 seconds, I had a larcenous thought. He was like, yo, you work at KB?
Come on.
That new Nintendo joint coming out. What you can do is, do you do the stock? Yeah, you do the stock. Ooh. You drop that shit around back.
Come up.
Drop two of them shits. I'm gonna go around back. I'll pick them up, you claim it as a loss, as a theft. It's like, no, that's insurance. I said, that's what insurance is for. I almost did it. I got the job so I can get the discount. And then I had a thought about taking a Nintendo, never took it. Dude couldn't get his Nintendo, didn't happen. But I felt so bad that I told Ken, I was like, look, man, I can't work here because I think if I stay here like another week, I might steal a Nintendo. Now I'm just being real. I might take it because I'm broke. So I'm going to leave.
You were there for Nintendo. I was there. It was later. I was there for the Tickle Me Elmo.
That's right. You have the same story.
That
Hilarious.
shit was nuts, dog. That shit was insanity, bro. And that shit was crazy, man. It was South Square Mall in Durham at
Wow.
KB Toys.
Yeah, so KB
Fun
Toys.
fact: someone gifted me a Tickle Me Elmo this year for my 53rd birthday.
They still make it?
That's love.
No, it was like.
So between Wayne and that, you only need 2 more friends.
We are closing the gap.
I mean, great progress.
Yeah, it was a very random gift to give me, but this person is like a vintage toy collector, whatever. And remembers like some post I put on OK Player like back in 2001, 2002, whatever, about Tickle Me Elmo, and someone.
That's got to be worth something now.
Nah, straight up.
It's got to be worth something now.
Yeah, they went all out for this one.
It's a KB, and the other job is I worked at a place called Malibu Grand Prix and video games. Not Malibu here, but in Orlando, which basically means nothing because it was just to make it sound fancy.
Right.
I cleaned the bathrooms. I made hot dogs and hamburgers and fries, and I checked the video games and I serviced them. What do I know about servicing video games? And I would give you tokens if your tokens were lost.
Insurance.
Insurance.
I'd be the guy that would,
Now that one
scam.
that one we did have a system.
Scam.
We're like 20 odd years, like more like that. That was in
Yeah, the great spirit's going.
89, 90. Yeah. So customer. Oh, I lost two coins in Xevious. It's like, oh, you did for. Thank you. And then you have coins to pay.
Okay.
You mentioned video games earlier, man. What you run? What you run?
Right now, Call of Duty.
Okay.
Modern Warfare 3. I'm on a team. We're not very good, so I spend most of my time playing zombies.
Okay.
And also I've just gone back and I play Destiny on my PS5, and I've just gone back to old school Halo.
Okay. So you first person shooter.
First person shooter all day.
Yeah.
All right. Do you journal?
Not like I should. I'll start to, and then it's too much. I'm like, I don't want to write down all of my thoughts. So instead
In case you die and then it's left over.
yeah, I don't want folks to know shit, but instead of journaling, I do voice notes. If you check my phone in that voice note app, I've got all these voice notes. That is my audio journal.
And unknown, like, are you too lazy? I'm too lazy to mark off what it is.
I label.
I trust the fact that if it's a song idea, I'll be able to like, great. And then it'll say Santa Monica Hills, 11:38.
Where you were, right.
I'm like, oh yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. I was in the shower, so that ought to be this one.
That's why they do that.
Also,
Yeah,
Wayne doesn't text. He sends long voice memos to you. So like,
Yes.
if you send him a text, he'll respond with a really long voice memo.
Or a video, because texting is I'm like, hey, it's me, man. What's going on?
Well, I was going to ask,
So many
what's your preferred form of communication? Texting, calling, or FaceTiming?
FaceTime and voice memos.
FaceTime. All right, that means you have kids. Because, I don't
Yeah.
know, I feel like FaceTime was really invented for
You
kids
like FaceTime.
and for
Hookups.
spouses to prove where they are.
Here I am.
Spouses, proof, and for hookups.
Yeah.
Let me see your face. Okay, wait. Hi. Oh, click. No.
Damn. All right. Who is your best celebrity impression?
Wow. Off the top of my head, I can't think, because I know I do some, but they come up in the moment. Okay, I'll do one that I guarantee you that no one on your show has ever done.
Okay.
I have a super unique impression. This is an impression of, if you've ever seen Mary Poppins, it's an impression of her uncle, the one that would float away. Now, do you guys know who you're talking about in the movie?
You talking about
Okay.
this is so fucking random.
Now, on top of that, Just picture me in my hood, which is why I think I kept my mouth shut because I got tired of fighting folks.
Right.
My weird ass. That's the stuff that I was watching, and cats are watching Starsky and Hutch, and I want to talk about Mary Poppins or Masterpiece Theater. So this is
Alistair Cook. You
and
the
Alistair.
same person?
I'm Alistair Cook.
Right.
Dude, I Caesar, the Julius Caesar thing, and upstairs downstairs changed my life. That's where I learned to do a British accent. And it was okay. So I digress. So this is the impression, boys and girls. If you haven't seen Mary Poppins, just fast forward to this. The only brother who does this impersonation.
All right, hit me.
It's the best things. I'm flying. Thank you.
Wow.
Wayne Brady, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne Brady.
Oscar worthy.
How did
it.
you know you had that one in you, Wade?
It's a long ass clap track.
It really is. It's really
Because
good
of
impression.
improv, right? Like I never got asked to do impressions before whose line or something, but when you get thrown something, all of a sudden you realize, oh, I've got that in my back pocket. Yeah. Yeah, backflip. Once. Now I might try it for the whiz. I was like, whoop, didn't work out. Why is Wayne not in the show? Long story.
Were you a Monty Python guy at all? Did you watch
Yes, Monty Python came in my mind. It was like a junior year when I started hanging out with all of the white kids in the drama department.
Yeah.
And I discovered Monty Python on PBS. Monty Python,
Benny Hill?
and another
Fawlty Towers.
Benny Hill, Faulty Towers. There was a sketch group called the Goodies.
Okay.
And that's where I learned a lot about sketch and absurdist humor
Okay.
from watching Monty Python
Were you see a sketch humor, Mr. Show? Did you?
all day.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
Can I tell you? 4 days ago was David Cross's 60th birthday, and they organized a live Mr. Show reunion.
Wow. Way.
Cross, Odenkirk, like
Odenkirk,
the main five of the show. They just got on stage and it wasn't even planned, but
Do you know if it's true? Because I kind of know this guy's name, but I forget. I did a show with him once years and years ago before Whose Line called Quick Wits, based out of Chicago. There's one guy who was in the Mr. Show cast, so I forget his name. So if you know the Mr. Show lineup, tall, dark-haired guy,
the real tall one.
real tall. He was supposedly, right? Like I'm saying allegedly, because this was what was going around and they posted his picture. He was at January 6th.
What?
Yes.
Wait,
That's why I'm saying allegedly.
Wait.
That's why we got to look that up because I don't want to go spreading things like, well, Wayne Brady said, and all of a
You
sudden
know
he tries
what?
to sue me.
You know what? Yo, I read that in Huffington Post
Yes.
maybe 3 weeks ago or a month ago or something like that.
Because
you are right.
Because they're persecuting all of those cats. Like they're actually going through the Rolodex. And I remember being so shocked because, in our little world of arts and actors and singers and
Everything is liberal
it's like
and
we're
so
all
we're all-
liberal and
yeah.
we love and what. So it was so foreign to
There's
me
always
that
a rogue
someone
person.
that I sat down and broke bread with and we made funny and said stupid jokes together would be at the Capitol like, burn it down, Trump all the way. I was like, what does that have to do with the jokes you made on Mr. Show?
Wow.
There's projects I'm working on. Like all the common denominator of all the projects I'm working on is all my interview subjects are like over the age of 75. And some of them will stick to the subject for which I'm asking them. And then some will somehow use the question I'm asking them to pivot into other areas. And one particular guy was just burning to let me know that, when I started, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I was a liberal Democrat, but after so many years of making fun of Ronald Reagan, then suddenly, I'm proud to say I'm MAGA and da 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 and all this stuff, and it just
Like, sir, this is a
it went
Wendy's.
super rogue, and I was like, no, I just wanted to know, like, did you like grilled cheese sandwiches?
Right, that was it. Like,
That's it.
Well, I liked him when America was great.
Yeah.
That's when I liked it.
Right,
The cheese
like,
tasted
literally,
better.
American
he
cheese.
took it all
American
another
cheese,
place.
it tasted
For
so
anything
much
in
better.
the holidays.
Nobody ever burnt their toast. It wasn't black.
Nope.
Yeah,
White toast.
So yeah,
White
he
toast,
just- he went
toast sneaking across the
somewhere-
border, trying to jump in my soup. Making racist analogies to
Racist
food.
toast.
Any reason to go there? Yeah. So, what, in your opinion, is the best cereal of all time?
Easy. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Can't do it, man.
But now
It is
here
addictive.
is my.
Wait, you're a Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy?
I love Cinnamon Toast
See,
Crunch.
everyone that I asked this question to, for me, there's two generations of the 70s. I'm a 71 guy, so I feel like I'm the... Well,
And I'm 72.
Right, so you're supposed to be on my side of the fence. Every Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy person I know is post 76. Like,
Well, what's your cereal?
I'm a Captain Crunch person.
Okay.
Not Crunch Berries, just Captain Crunch.
The
Really,
Crunch
I'm
Berries.
peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Peanut butter.
Crunch-
Okay,
Crunch
see,
Berries.
you said the best. Now, if you would have said, Wayne, what's your pantheon of cereals? I would have said,
Right.
your
That's a big word here.
they like
was flawed.
they like stand up here. I would have said Cinnamon Toast Crunch
I feel seen.
because I love the hack that I eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch with Lucky Charms or sugar frosted flakes.
You mixing shit?
I mix.
You know,
I'm
when
a
you mix
scientist.
cereals, you
I
feel
have
like a
all-
genius. Like,
All of the cereals that my mom either couldn't get me or couldn't afford, I made the decision when I moved out of the house at the age of 20. I will always buy my cereals. I have a cereal thing.
And you can open more than one
Steve,
box at a time.
And I can
Like,
open
you
boxes.
Do you see what's
I
happening?
can do all I want to do.
yo, man.
This
I
might
told
be
you.
cereal
I
at
told
first
you,
sight.
man. I
This
told
is
you.
Jacob and Esau in the good years.
This is incredible.
This Cain and Abel,
Before they went downhill, before the tiff.
right?
Right before.
This Cain and Abel,
Yeah.
in their 20s.
Snap,
Captain
crackle,
Crunch?
and pop. You need to find the third brother.
finally found a friend.
Peanut butter, Captain Crunch. It's the best one because
Yeah.
of how it made the milk. I couldn't eat Crunch Berries because it was too much
Nah,
of a
they
berry.
sound terrible.
It was
Yeah.
too much of a
I'm
berry
out. Yeah.
taste. So I like to mix all of the cereals.
You know,
We're the same person, man. Like when I first started touring, the Beastie Boys taught me everything about touring, and so Ad Rock and Mike D taught me how to like give them a rider.
The
and
rider.
they'll give it to you, and they told me like when you get a rider, make sure you get toothbrush and toothpaste in every city.
Always.
Get liquid soap. They told me everything to get, and they said especially ask for like food items that aren't backstage food stuff, so you can eat on the tour bus. And dude, the level, like I now know how I ballooned up to 430 pounds back in the day, is because I would come home with at least 70 boxes of cereal intact. Like I took it to the wrong level. So
That's what I call being grown, is the fact that I can eat whatever cereal that I want to. That is such a joy. That is
Amen.
such a joy.
Yep. Can you name me your childhood bully?
Wow. That
Yes.
These aren't random questions. I
No.
feel this is how you get to know.
This is
person.
good. This is good. Okay. Because I always get caught up in, do you say names because you don't want folks to get mad? But I'm not saying, you know what? I'm not saying anything that isn't true, and it's my
Right.
recollection.
If
of
you don't want to
events.
name,
But he's
Oh,
gonna
no.
come kick your
Oh,
ass,
I'm
though.
gonna no, not now.
Not now. Yeah.
Not now. A, we're both too old to be fighting. B, I'm strong as hell. And C, I got lawyers. So D, fuck y'all. So yeah.
Actually, there's a two-part question.
Okay.
The real question is, talk shit to your childhood bully for 10 seconds. Yo, the way.
Yo,
Talk your shit.
All right.
yeah.
So it depends on. Okay. So I wrote this whole story that I've done on stage about this one girl named Tisa, and I don't believe that she's no longer with us. So I'm not speaking ill of the dead. I'm just no, not Tisa. Nikki, a girl named Nikki. She lived cat a corner. Tisa lived across from me. Tisa Grady lived in the other house, and Nikki lived over here. Nikki was one of those girls that she was just an exceptionally tall girl at an early age.
Right.
But even when we were teenagers, she was still. I was like, "Oh, you are bigger than me," and so for whatever reason, I didn't fit into this one thing, and it was popular to make fun of me because I had my grandparents' accent, and so
The islands.
so at that point, the Jamaicans and Haitians were coming over to Florida, and so they would sing "Oh Wayne, you're Jamaican," and I was like, "I'm not Jamaican, but Jamaica funk." That's what, and do all this shit, and I'd fight it and blah blah blah.
Right.
So the best way to make a bully happy is to talk back, so they have an excuse to fight you. Nikki was a bully. I'm not saying Nikki was a bad person. We were kids.
Right.
I will say that. Hey, it's okay. Y'all were kids. Nikki would fight me because, hey, I'm going to pick on the smaller kid because I was also small for my age until I had my growth spurt. So she would like to fight me until the day when she chased me up into my yard, into my door. Mama, let me in. And my grandmother looked outside. She said,
Nope.
Wayne, what's wrong with you? Mama, Nikki's fighting me. She said, you run back outside and you beat her ass. So I was like, and up until that point, Wayne, you never hit a girl.
Right.
You don't fight. It's beneath you. Don't fight, blah, blah, blah. But now she's telling me to fight. So that was the first time that I took a stick and the fight ended. Because,
I'm so glad you ended it that way.
oh yeah, because I'm not good. Because even in real life, anybody's like, come on, bro. I got, If you are threatening my life, then we need to end it quickly so I can go back to my family. So Nikki bullied me. We had an issue. There was a dude named Anthony. Anthony also bullied me. He would say all sorts of shit. And a dude named Alan tried to push me up against the lockers.
They all got the stick.
Alan, Anthony, the preacher's kid, Julian.
Goddamn.
Oh, this is kind of
Julian was trying to make up for stuff, because Julian was light skinned, so Julian had to act extra hard. It's always the light skinned dude who's like, "What's up, fool?" It's like, "But you." So I remember Julian tried to fight me when I got off the bus because somebody, it's like, he said, "Your mama." You said my mama. I didn't beat his ass. He says, "I'm gonna beat you, Julian. You don't have to do this. Oh, I have to do this." And then we got into a fight. So Julian to those guys, and now here's the 10 seconds of talking shit. Oh, yeah. Look, I forgive you because we were kids. But here's the thing. This is that I
Do they know who you are now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Like Tangelo Park. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, look, the thing is, I don't hold one piece of a grudge against anybody who was a childhood bully because I've now learned everybody was going through their own thing. So I hope that each of you, we're all in our 50s now. I'm still younger than y'all because I skipped a grade because I'm smart as hell. So I wish you all the very best, and I hope that your lives have been awesome, and that when you talk to your kids or your friends, hey, I know that dude on TV, remind them that you were the dude that shoved me up against the locker, that made me want to become successful, that I left Orlando for, that I moved out to LA, that I kicked ass, and now I do what I do. So thank you very much. So my talking shit is actually gratitude. Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is Unpaid Bill. We're stopping part 1 there because, well, come on. Stay tuned for part 2 of Wayne Brady on Questlove Supreme next week, or look in your podcast. In that, he talks about the famed Chappelle Show sketch, working on Whose Line Is It Anyway, and his foray into game show hosting. I've known Wayne for many years, and there's so much I learned in this in-studio sit-down. The whole team thoroughly enjoyed this. Oh, last thing. If you listen this far, please rate, review, subscribe, and spread the word about Questlove Supreme. You all make this possible. Peace.